Welcome back, DIYers. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to fix the error code P3400 in this Honda Odyssey. So let's dive in. So once this check engine light came on in our vehicle, we went and checked it out, and it was the P3400 cylinder deactivation system bank 1. So we're going to try to fix this. So let's check this out. Well, the first thing you want to check when you do this is you want to check your oil pressure, because it did say that the oil pressure was low. So you want to make sure that you have oil in your vehicle. You want to go ahead and wipe this down really well. It's clean. And now let's check it. There's still plenty of oil in there. Fills it up. I've checked that, made sure that it was good a couple times, and there's plenty of oil in there, so that's not the culprit. So let's check something else out. So for the Honda Odyssey, you want to take off your cover here so you can see what you're working with. Go. And for us, the power banks are like up here. This is power bank 1, and this is for number 2 right here down here at the bottom. So we're gonna be working with this one right here. So let's see if we can get to it. So here it is back here, a little bit further back on this area. So kind of hard to see with the camera, but I'm gonna still show you guys how we're gonna change this out. So the first thing you're going to do here is just pop this cover off. Again, this little harness has a little clip on it, so you just pull that and it'll just pop right off. It is kind of hard to get back in there, so if you can squeeze your hands back in there, you can and get this off. But again, you're going to squeeze in there and pop the harness off. It'll come off, and then you can see your oil pressure switch right under that. That's actually what it was connected to. Then you'll need to grab your 24mm socket and get in there and grab the oil pressure sensor switch out. All you're going to do is just ratchet this out, and again, you just want to make sure you're being safe with this. You don't want to force it either in or out because you don't want to break this, so just be kind of gentle with that. But you'll just screw right out of here. So again, you'll use this, kind of get it loose, and it is again really tight in there. This was really hard to get everything out, hard just to kind of work because there's not a lot of room, and that 24mm socket takes up all of the room right there. So just kind of ease it out of here. You can again ratchet this out. Then once it gets out far enough, you can kind of just use your hand to unscrew it and make sure that you can get it out. And so it's not super hard once the kind of is unscrewed there. And then if it doesn't stick onto your socket, you can just grab it and then make sure you pull it out. You don't want it to drop in there and drop or fall anywhere. So make sure again you're kind of gentle with it. But here is what this sensor looks like. It's pretty small, and again, what you'll do is you'll just need to get a new one of these. I'll have a link for the one I used in the description so you can check it out there. But here is what the new one looks like. Again, you have the old one and you have the new one, so very similar. Just make sure they look very similar, make sure they're the exact same thing before you try to put a new one on. But pretty small and pretty easy. You can see this one's a little gunked up compared to the new one as well. And I do want to show you just what it looks like in there. You can see kind of in there as well. It's nice and oily. So again, what you'll do, just take that old one out, pop the new one in there. Just be careful again, make sure you have a good grip on it. You don't want it to fall in there at all, but just get it in there and screw it in. And what I did is I just hand tightened it as much as I could, making sure it was as tight as I could get it in there, and then I grabbed the ratchet just to kind of finish it. One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to screw this in too tight, and you don't want to break it. I had my mechanic friend, when I was doing this, he just reminded me, like, you want to be gentle with this and make sure nothing breaks in there, because if it breaks, then you have a really big problem. So just be really gentle, kind of tighten it, just pretty tight with your hand, and then just a little bit with your ratchet here. You don't want this to, again, be over tight, so just making sure you have it in there nice and snug. Then once you're done with that, go ahead and put the top on it. Again, this just kind of clicks right in, which is nice with that. So super easy right there as well. And so I did want to show you guys that this did have the check engine light. As soon as I cranked it back up, it stayed for a little while, but after a couple of days, it actually went away. So it was really nice and pretty easy. So I think this is a great and easy DIY option that anyone can do. Again, it's pretty cheap and easy to try yourself before you take it to the mechanic. But if you do this and it still is having an issue, I would definitely take it in and make sure that it gets fixed properly, because you don't want that to be an issue at all. But again, I will have a link for this item down below. If you need to check that out, you can grab one down there. And if this video was helpful, you can let me know that. You can leave a like and subscribe. I have another video you can check out right here, and I'll see you in the next one.